Okay, I think it's time for us to get rolling. First of all, thank you everyone for joining us on this Wednesday evening, especially when we know there's at least one other thing happening in the city of Seattle that people care about tonight. We have a decidedly smaller crowd now than we did earlier today, so go Sounders. My name is Stephanie. I'm with the Regional ORCA Operations team. We are the team that is delivering the new system and will manage it on an ongoing basis in partnership with the regional transit agencies. So, as I said, welcome. One of the great things about the new ORCA system that we're really excited about is that it will be available in multiple languages. So, and this is true across the system, not just with the presentation materials. So, if you're interested in having interacting with ORCA in Spanish, in Chinese, in Korean, in Vietnamese, in Tagalog, or in Russian, you can do that. On the right of your screen, you will see a QR code, and that will link you to tonight's presentation and other information at myorca.com. A few housekeeping things. So if you would like to use the closed captioning feature in Teams, you need to use the toolbar. You see those three little dots there? You click on those dots, and then you can go down and choose the closed captioning feature. You may have noticed, just be aware, this recording, this meeting is being recorded, and it will be accessible for replay after the fact. And finally, the cameras and the chat function have been deactivated for this meeting. It's not a problem with your computer. It's simply for us to help manage the attendance at the meeting and keep interruptions to amend them. So let me tell you what we're going to do tonight. So we'll give you some background about the ORCA project, why we're doing this, and some of the really exciting developments that are coming. So some of the new benefits and changes, we'll walk you through the new myorca.com website and the new mobile app, some of the other important features that are coming. We'll tell you about the timeline. This is real important, and also walk you through what you need to do and when you need to do it, how it will impact you as an ORCA customer. And finally, we will walk you through some resources and some of the most common questions that we get from customers about the new system. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Brittany Asdale, who's our regional director.
Hey, thank you so much again, everyone, for joining us. I'm probably going to use the word excited like at least a dozen times in this, but it really is true. We're very excited about having worked on ORCA for so long and now getting to bring this new ORCA system to you as a reality. It's great. And hopefully you think it's great too. So what's shown on the screen there is just a little bit of background about ORCA. You probably already know these things, but just to get us all on the same page, ORCA is an electronic payment system. We call it a smart card used for paying fares across our region. It launched a little over 13 years ago, and it's used on all the agencies listed there on your screen. So over 2/3 of customers that ride transit in our region use ORCA to pay for their trips. And we think it's great to have one common payment method across all the agencies and make seamless regional travel a possibility. So moving to the next slide, I think we want to start by explaining a little bit why, if ORCA is so great and so many people are using it, why are we replacing it? Well, the current system has unfortunately reached the end of its useful life. We cannot order more equipment. They don't make the components for our devices anymore, and thus we can't meet the needs of our growing transportation network. As another point, payments have changed quite a bit in the last 13 years, and we're really eager to bring the system up to speed. So what we've done with this new ORCA system is built generally a more modern system that's kind of up with the times, but we've also made it as flexible and future-proof as we can, so that not just today it's current, but we can adapt with changing needs and changing technology in the future. When we started planning and strategizing for this effort, we went directly to customers and we asked customers not only what do you really like about ORCA, what should we keep and not take away, and what do we continue to offer customers, but also what are your key pain points? What are the things that you'd like to see changed in the system? And we're trying to bring those changes so that we can address those needs and make ORCA better. So after we I'll talk through kind of the top 4 dislikes and what our solution is. So we all know from using the system that there can be a 24 to 48 hour delay from the time when you put products or value into your account for them to actually show up on the card. I won't get into the details, but that's because it's a card-based system. So what we're doing now is making an account-based system. So after we transition over the course of the next couple months, there will no longer be a waiting period of 1 to 2 days to be able to see excuse me, money or products added to your cards. This account-based system will be connected in real time, and customers will experience instant transactions. For the second point there, we've worked to solve the problem of there being somewhat limited sales locations by adding more ORCA vending machines throughout the region, as well as doubling the number of retail stores. These would be like a Safeway or a QFC where you can go in and get ORCA cards while you're shopping. Just giving customers more locations to get and load ORCA, whether they're loading it with cash or other payment methods. And so this was done in an effort to improve equity and convenience for all of our customers. We've also upgraded our website. Sorry, working with a cough here. I might need Christy to jump in at some point if I can't get over this. But we've upgraded our website. We've taken what we have today and really just made it a lot better. We've freshened the look, but also improved the capabilities and the functions that you can do on that website. We also now have a website that we have a little more control over, so you'll see it being refreshed and more current over time. And then finally, we've heard a lot from customers that they'd like to see a mobile solution. So we're excited, there it is again, to introduce a brand new mobile app that will allow customers to manage their accounts on the go. So these last 2 are just giving customers more and better ways to interact, to hopefully save you time and maybe save you trips to customer service offices. All right, so kind of putting things into perspective of a timeline, this is kind of what's coming just in the first part of this year. So what you may have already seen is we've started replacing some of the bigger pieces of equipment. In the end, there's over 6,000 devices that we need to swap out from, a current ORCA device to a new ORCA device. And so there were a couple things that we started transitioning before customers start interacting. So you might see some vending machines or some card readers out in stations that are covered or have bags on them. We did a little bit of pilot testing for a short period of time, but now we're just kind of waiting for the new system to roll out. And that's happening in that second group of circles there. In a couple weeks here, customers will begin to be able to get their hands on the new system for the first time with the launch of the new website and the mobile app for account management. And this is really the beginning of a period we call our transition for customers. So the transition is the period of time in which the first new ORCA equipment is introduced to when the last existing ORCA equipment is out of there. So again, in this time, new ORCA vending machines and card readers will be turned on, and we'll just keep working to swap out and replace the remaining ones over the next few months. I do want to caution everyone that during this period of transition, customers may encounter both old equipment and new equipment on their journeys. So you may start out, board a bus, you see an old ORCA device. What do? You tap your current ORCA card to that device, just like you do today. Maybe you'll transfer to a rail station and you'll see a new ORCA device. Do you have to get out a new card? No, you just continue to tap your existing ORCA card to any device you encounter, old or new, and just keep on riding. We're going to continue to work to minimize the impact of this change, and we'll make this transition as seamless as we can for customers. We do know that it's going to be a little bit confusing, when you're encountering different equipment. Also knowing that that equipment is talking to 2 separate backends. One of them's real time, one of them's not real time. Your account balance might be a little bit confusing during this transition period, but again, we're doing everything we can to make this go quickly And after we come out the end of this, I think we'll have settled into a nice real-time new system. So then those final groups of circles there, we do have an important second phase to this launch. Once we've finished replacing all the existing ORCA equipment, we're going to be able to do two things. The first is launch those, double the retail stores that I talked about earlier, and give people more locations through a retail network that we're using. And then the second thing is that's the point in time when we can start introducing the new ORCA card. A new ORCA card is not required. You don't have to run out and get it, except for a couple special cases that Chris will talk about, but they will start to be available for purchase. Otherwise, you can just keep on using your existing ORCA card indefinitely. There's no need to go get the new card unless you want to. All right, so talking about the future, after this year, you can continue to expect the release of new features. We know that there's a lot that our customers want to be able to add on to the system. We know there's a lot that our transit agencies want to be able to add onto the system. The first of these, and I know that there's been a lot of questions about this, but the first of these is something we're calling tap to pay. And this is really just being able to use your phone to tap to card readers to pay. Instead of a plastic card. Don't even need a plastic card. So we're going to start to roll this out in 2023. We're very excited about it. There's that word again. It's something that we've long envisioned as part of this system, but we needed to get the base replacement fare collection system down first. This wasn't functionality that we could easily add on to the existing system. We prioritized launching the new system before we're starting to add these layers and these features. So that's why it's coming a little bit later, but rest assured, we're working really hard on it and we're looking forward to bringing that to customers. And then that second circle there, the rocket, will indicate that we plan on adding a lot more to this system. We want to improve the features. We want to improve the functionality. Like I said, this whole thing was always planned to come in phases because we're doing this replacement system with a totally different architecture. But this new system will give us the flexibility to grow to meet customers' future needs. And so that's the cue for you guys to give us feedback. Let us know as you're using the system what you'd like to see in ORCA. You can, let us know on myorca.com or through social media, and you can help steer the future direction of ORCA. So I think that's it for me. I'm going to hand it over to my colleague, Chris. And I made it without a coughing fit, so you're off the hook.
Thanks, Brittany. The allergies are real this week. I've been feeling that too, so totally understand. Thanks, Brittany. My name's Chris. I'm from the ORCA marketing team. And just to kind of follow up what Brittany shared with us, she kind of gave us that big picture of why are we doing this? What's the big time frame for this transition, which is going to happen over the course of several years. But right now I'm going to shift gears and talk about what's happening in the next few weeks so that you're ready to go and have the information you need to have a seamless transition to the new ORCA system. First and foremost, the big date, day one for the new ORCA system is going to be Monday, May 16th. That's what we're calling the launch. Again, that's the start of the transition process for us. And our big down payments on that are that new equipment that you'll start seeing out in the world, as well as the myorca.com website and the MyORCA app. Taking a step back from Monday, May 16th, the weekend right before that, so that's Saturday, May 14th through Sunday, May 15th, participating ORCA agencies are not going to be collecting fares. And the reason for that is we're going to be doing some last minute switchovers, changing computer systems, doing some stuff in the background over that weekend, getting ready for Monday. And we just want to kind of take any issues off the table for customers. So we're not going to be collecting fares on those 2 days. There are some exclusions that apply on Washington state ferries. So if you do drive a vehicle onto a ferry, you're going to need to find another payment method to pay for that. But if you're a walk-on ferry customer, you can use your ORCA card to get on the ferry for free. All right, so let's talk about a little bit more about this launch date, Monday, May 16th. Let's first talk about the improvements. So I'm just going to summarize a lot of what Brittany already shared, but this is what you can expect on day one, instant fare loading. So again, if you use the website, the app, a vending machine, really any other place to load your card, you're going to be able to do that instantly, which is hopefully an improvement for you. We'll have that new mobile app, and you'll be able to download that on the Apple App Store or the Android App Store, and that you can carry around in your pocket and manage your ORCA card and load funds on the go. We'll have our new website, which is going to have similar functionality to the app. And that'll give you more account features, as I mentioned, and make it easier for you to manage your card. The other thing that we're really excited about is a lower card cost. So on Monday, May 16th, the adult card cost for a new card is going to go down from $5 to $3. And just as a reminder, reduced fare cards, the first card's free. But the other great thing for those customers is that the replacement card is going to go down from $5 to $3. If it's lost or damaged or stolen, the replacement cost will be a little bit lower there too. Changes. So as Brittany mentioned, we've got this, really kind of system that's been around for more than 10 years. It's old technology, and we're completely replacing it with this new system, which is kind of a new generation of technology. And so inevitably, there's just going to be changes in how the system works, and we want to make sure you're aware of what those changes are. First, we're moving from a card-based system to an account-based system. What does that mean? Today, if you have an ORCA card in your pocket, the actual amount of money that's on there and the information about your account is in a chip inside the card. Definitely not the safest technology, a little bit out of date. We're moving to an account-based system, which means your account information is stored in a computer somewhere, not on your card. But that does mean that everyone is going to need an ORCA card. So if you get on a bus and try to ask the bus driver to allow multiple people on with the same card with the e-purse, that's not going to be available anymore. Obviously, it's a transition period, but we want to get the word out that everyone should be traveling with their own card at this point. Existing auto loads are going to expire. So in the past, if you were working with orcacard.com, you had created an account there and you set up an auto load so that every month more e-purse or a new pass would automatically be there. Those are not coming over to the new myorca.com system. And the reason for that is actually a financial information security reason. So we're not going to be bringing or transferring any credit card or payment information over to the new system. So you do need to go to that new site and set those up again if you want to get those going for June. I mentioned earlier that group fares are going to be available through customer service only. So there still will be group fares for class trips, for companions, for other needs that our customers have, but you'll have to get them in advance from customer service. Another thing to know is when we launch on May 16th, that's going to begin a period of preparation and transition for our retail network. As Brittany mentioned, that's going to launch later this summer. So between approximately May and July, there's going to be some under construction time for us on that system while we connect new computer systems with old equipment. So you might experience a little bit of a loading delay at retail stores. It's not going to be 1 to 2 days, but it will be potentially an hour. So just be aware of that. And then starting at this point too, retail stores are going to load e-purse only. So you'll be able to add a dollar amount to your card. In the past, we've heard that sometimes there's been some mistakes, with the retail stores loading the wrong products and things like that. So we're kind of putting the control back in our customers' hands to tell the retail store, here's how much I want to put on my card. And then you can go to our website or app and actually convert those funds into the product that you want. Okay, so coming this summer, let's take a look ahead at what's coming next. Improvements, as Brittany mentioned, twice the number of retail stores. I mean, we're really excited about this. It's going to put retail stores within walking distance of a lot more customers. It's going to provide a lot more access for customers that prefer to pay with cash. And it is going to coincide with our redesigned card. But we've got both card pictures there. So even when we start selling that new redesigned card, if you have one of the existing cards that are out there today, you don't have to spend any money. You don't have to make an extra trip to get one. You can keep using that as well. Here are the changes. So here's kind of that special circumstance that Brittany was talking about in terms of the cards. Some customers will need to get a new one, but there's a few customers that this applies to. And those customers are the customers that are only using retail network. So if the only place that you load your card is a store, yes, you will need to replace your card. I'll tell you a little bit about why that is. So we got this cool new looking design, cool front of the card. We're excited about that. But to be able to expand our retail network to twice as many stores and to do that so fast, the way we're doing that is actually tapping into existing gift card networks. And those gift card networks, if you've ever seen a gift card before, they all have barcodes on the back. so that when you take them to the register, they can use the register to scan the card and add value. And the simple reason for the card change and the need to get a new card at a retailer is our current cards don't have a barcode. So again, if you're only using retail and you're not willing or able to use our website, our app, a vending machine, or work with customer service to load your card, that's the only case where you're going to need to get a new replacement card. Retail stores will continue to load ePurse only. So again, we're putting the control in your hands. You tell the store how much you want to add to that card, and then you go to our store, much like a gift card, and take that value and purchase the products that you're looking to add to your card. Again, later this summer, this will kind of be the end of our under construction period for the retail network. And at that time, the retail stores will go back to instant loading, and you'll be able to do that in real time there as well. All right, this is perhaps my favorite part. This is the part where we show you what the product's going to look like, so you can get familiar with it for when it comes out on May 16th. This is the MyOrca app for Android and Apple. This happens to be the iPhone version pictured here, but the Android version is going to be very similar. This will be available for download on May 16th, and it will have generally the same features and functionality of the website. So you can sign in, create an account, link your card, and at that time, since the balances associated with the card are coming over from the old system with the card, you'll be able to see all your passes and products that you had on the card. Your balances will be there as soon as you sign in. Next slide. All right, so this is our MyOrca website. This is what myorca.com will look like on May 16th. I'm actually going to take over the screen here. I made a little list of things that I want to show you to get you familiar with the website. I'm going to describe this as a tour. I wouldn't exactly call this a demo. There are some much more deeper dive demos out there that are going to be 45 minutes or longer. I'm going to give you a quick 10 to 15 minute tour here just to show you what it does. So let me bring that up on the screen. All right. So as I mentioned, this is what the website's going to look like on May 16th. But I do want to take a step back and let you know, if you go there today, there's a really great informational website with lots of much more detailed information probably than we're even sharing today about this project, what you need to know, and things like that. So I'll just mention that for customers, there's a great section down here which tells you what to expect. You can download this PDF flyer. It gives you a little bit more detail. There are FAQs, which are here to answer the top questions that our customers have asked us over the past year. You can find out news about the project. What's the latest information? What do you need to know? You can contact us. This is a great place to ask any questions or let us know if you have any concerns or need anything. And then lastly, I would encourage you to click this button up here, which is Get Updates. That'll take you down here. If you put your email address in here, you'll become part of our email mailing list. And we send out a newsletter as well as timely information. If there's important things we want customers to know or think that you should know, we'll email you. All right, getting back to what it will look like in the future. This is going to be the new site. And I'll take a step back here and just show you what's on the homepage, because there are some things that you can do in much more depth when you log in, but there's also a lot of great tools and features right here on the homepage. So I'll take a minute to go through that. I'm going to start up here at the very top on this top menu bar here where you see the word English. As Stephanie mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, this website will be fully translated in 6 languages. And we know how important that is to some of our community members here in the Puget Sound region in terms of making this product easier and more accessible for them. So we're really excited about that. The next thing in this top menu bar is the ORCA Help Center. And we've created this really robust customer information center and with guides, tools, and tutorials for you to get familiar with this new product and make sure you have all the information you need. I'm going to give you a quick menu tour of what this looks like. There's information about how to use ORCA, our business programs, and what's happening with ORCA by way of news, public information, and then again, you can continue to contact us and get updates. All right, so back to the homepage. The next menu down is where you can sign in or sign up. So if you're one of the first things that our customers are going to do on day one is want to sign up and create an account, because your old account from orcacard.com, again, it's not going to come over with you. You'll need to create a new username and password. You can do that here just by clicking the sign up button, and that'll be an easy way to get started. Here's information about where to get a card, and you've got more choices now. So one is where to buy. If you want to run out today and get a card, this will show you the locations of all of our retail stores, vending machines, and customer service locations where cards are available, with other helpful information like hours of operation. If you want to buy online and have us mail it to you, we can do that too. There's actually quite a bit of expanded accessibility with this new product in terms of the types of cards we can send to you now, which is really, really awesome. So first of all, here's the adult card. That's kind of your standard card. Again, you see that new $3 price here. But what's really great about the new MyOrca site is you can order a reduced fare card for seniors and youth. That's new. So before you used to kind of have to call or go down to customer service, we're saving you a trip here with this new website. So we're really excited about that. And for the other reduced fare programs with income eligibility, you can click on this Visit Reduced Fare Portal button. And King County Metro hosts this awesome website where you can kind of go through the same eligibility and application process for things like the Lyft card and the subsidized annual pass. And again, that's all online now, which is hopefully really helpful to customers. Okay, next, Reload My Card is the next button. And this simple window pops up. If you're in a hurry, running out the door, don't have time to log in, you can just put your card number in here and then add money to it. You don't have to log in to do that. There's some great information for ORCA for business here. If you know somebody or have a business yourself and you're interested in offering this as a benefit to your employees or students or anyone else in your group, this is a great place to look for that. And then finally, there's another link here with the ORCA Help Center with some additional menu options. All right, as we scroll down here, there's some quick start buttons here. So scrolling down will get you right to where you can click the link for the app downloads for Apple and Google. Again, here's another button that gets you right to where you can order a card online or find a store. And then finally, again, if you just want to add value right now, you can click on this button right here. Our customer support information is below, and then some more helpful information about what modes of transportation, as well as some links to the additional information we have about the product. These are also our participating agencies here at the bottom. All right, so we've done the tour of the homepage. Now it's time to log in. I'm going to go ahead and get my username and password ready here. I've created a demo account to show you. And again, I just clicked on that sign in right here, and my username and password entry boxes come up. I click I'm not a robot, then I click sign in. When you access this system from a device for the first time, you're going to get an additional security question. I'm going to type that in here. You can remember the device if you don't want to go through that again. And this brings you to essentially the homepage for your logged in experience on myorca.com. All right, so really quickly, I'm going to show you the menus. So up top here, it's the same menu as I showed you before on the logged out experience. You can choose your language, connect to the ORCA Help Center, contact us, and then you can view your shopping cart. I'm going to go down the left-hand side here. So just to kind of look at this area right here, you can look at your cards, which is what you see on the right-hand side right now. You can look at notifications, which is essentially your inbox if we're connecting with you or need to send you any messages. You can look at your order history. You can add payment methods. So in here, I've added all the different payment methods that we accept. Discover Card is a new one, by the way. So we do accept all major credit cards. And then you have some account settings here that you can manage. This is your information. Lots of really great notification preferences here. So if you don't want to get every single email from us, you can kind of choose what's important to you here. Your shipping and billing address. Again, shipping is important if we're going to send you a card and your billing address. You can manage and change your security questions, or you can permanently delete your account if that's what you need to do. A couple other options here that I won't click on. If you're part of a van pull program, you can pay for that here. And if you need to do a Lyft renewal for a card that expires in that program, you can do that by clicking here. All right, so I'm going to go back to my cards, and I'm going to show you how to manage some of these cards here. First, and probably one of the most important and first things that you'll do when you get here, if you have an ORCA card, is you'll click Link Card, and this window will come up. I'm going to actually show you how that works. I have a test card here I can plug in. I've got the number here. I'm going to put in the security code. Now, balance protection code is an additional and optional layer of security. So if you don't have that number, you can just leave it blank and you can kind of continue to go through here. I'm going to pretend in this case that this is a visitor card that I use for when people come to visit me in Seattle. That should just take a second. Great, so now I've got the notification that that card has been added, and I'll scroll down here and there's my visitor card. I've just added that. Another thing that I'll point out here is, again, you can add a card online if you want to get an extra card. If you didn't already have that one sitting on your desk or in your pocket, you can go through that buy online process here. Now I'm going to look at a card that I have some products on. So I'm going to look at Jessica's card. The way to manage this card is to click on this button, manage this card. And this menu is going to show up and give you some options on what you can do. First, you can add ePurse value. You can add a preset amount here, like $25 or a specific amount that you want to add. So I'm going to add, let's say, $17 just to make it a different number. So I'll click add to cart, and then I'll click checkout. All right, this is my shopping cart. Everything looks good. This is what I asked for. I'm going to choose my American Express. That's how I want to pay for this. I'll click place order. There we go. It shows that this order has been placed. I'm going to go to order history really quick because I want to show you a few things here. So here's my order. Just went through $17. And note that the order status is processed. That happened in real time. So the money's going to be there when we go back to my cards. There's some orders down here that say open. Those are the orders that where you've asked us to mail you a card, and they'll stay open until they arrive 5 to 7 business days later. All right, I'm going to go back to my cards. And you'll notice now Jessica has additional funds on her card. I'll show you as well, you can add passes. You can either do a regional pass, which is for the whole Puget Sound region, all 7 participating agencies, or you can do an agency-specific pass, if that's what you want to do. And then the other thing I want to show you is how to turn an auto load on. So if you want a certain amount of money to appear on your card when it hits a certain balance, so say you hit $5, you don't want to go any lower than that, you can click here, click auto load when balance is below a certain amount. I'm going to say when it's below $5, and I'm going to auto load another $25 on there. I'm going to choose the payment method to do that, and then I'm going to click add auto load. When I do that and I come back here again, if I want to make any changes there, my auto load is going to be there, and I can edit that. I can pause it if I want, or I can remove it if I don't want that to happen anymore. You can also choose an auto load for a certain day of the month. So if every day, the 5th day of the month, you want to add $25, you can set it up that way too. All right, one more thing I want to show is you're managing multiple cards on this account now. It's really easy to do that, and it's easy to transfer balances between cards as well. So I'm going to go up to the top menu, click transfer balance. Let's just say we're going to transfer $10 between Jessica's card and Toby's card. All right, so I'm going to click transfer. It shows me that the transfer is complete. And now you can see that Jessica's got $22 and Toby's got an extra $10 on there. One thing real quick, just for that visitor, let's say a friend or somebody's coming to town, coworker, someone needs a day pass. I'm just going to show you how to add that really quickly. You can go to passes here, choose regional, and then choose daily. And that'll add a day pass to that card. All right, place the order. And that should get right on that card there. And that'll be available to use over the next year. So it won't actually go away until you start using it on a day. Okay, that's everything I wanted to show you on those websites. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we'll talk a little bit from here about what you need to do to get ready. Just kind of summarize what's going to happen next and how you can be prepared. All right, so what do you need to know? Again, all cards will work. You see the current cards there. That's every kind of card. Adult standard, youth, senior, lift, disabled, annual subsidized pass. All our cards that are out in circulation today will work after the new system launches. There will be a lower cost for cards, as I mentioned before. And then website customers, again, whenever you're ready to go to myorca.com or the app and you want to add some value or passes, you can do that there. Remember, if you had some auto loads set up on orcacard.com, you do need to go ahead and set those up again on myorca.com, as I showed you on the demo. Finally, retail customers, later this summer, again, the only group that needs to replace their cards are the ones that are only using retail stores. So if you're able to use a vending machine, our website, our app, or work with customer service, you can continue to use the same card you have. You can save yourself a trip and save yourself a couple dollars. You don't need to get a new card. All right, a couple more reminders on the way out here. Fares will not be collected Saturday, May 14th and Sunday, May 15th. Don't replace your card. Don't need to do it. Just another reference there to remind you.
You can do it. You just don't have to do it.
You don't have to do it. I'm not going to do it. But yeah, we bring it up so many times because that was our top question across the board from customers. All right, so we want to leave you with some resources here. Again, I would highly encourage you to visit myorca.com to view our informational landing page. Watch our Getting Started video there, read about all the changes, sign up for our project newsletter, and then come back to this link. We'll post a video of this session as well as this presentation there if you want to go back and reference it later. And super exciting, we've got a social media presence here for the first time for the ORCA card. It's at the ORCA card on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We've got a great library of videos on YouTube under the same name. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Stephanie to go through our top questions that we received in advance from customers. Thanks, Stephanie.
Yes, thank you, Chris. So we've thrown a lot of information at you. So we thought we'd just bring it all together with just a final quick set of questions. These will sound familiar, we hope, because I'll be the third person telling you these things. But again, they're the most common questions we get. And the number one is, do I need to replace my card? The answer to that, as you now know, is absolutely not. Your current card will work indefinitely. So where can you buy an ORCA card after the new system launches? Well, many places. You can purchase it online at myorca.com or via the MyORCA app. You can go to a retail location, use a vending machine, or if you like, you can call or visit a customer service location. All right, can I use my phone as an ORCA card? This thing we all want so badly, we know you do. The answer is soon, soon, soon. It's Brittany saying soon. Not yet. When the mobile app launches in May, it is not going to have tap to pay functionality. That is on the slate for development coming in early 2023. All right, will my account transfer over to the new site? No, the answer is no, but your balance will. So you will need to create a new account on myorca.com. How about those auto loads? Will they still work? The answer is no, they will not transfer across. As Chris mentioned, it's a security issue. So you will need to create a new account and set up your auto loads again. Do you have to use the new website and app? No, if you prefer not to, there is no requirement. We think it will bring a lot of benefits. There's a lot of cool stuff. Even you get a little spinny orca, which is really cute. But you can continue to use the vending machines, the retail stores, or even customer service if you prefer to do that. If you do need to replace your card, do you need to pay for a new one? So the answer is on this is stay tuned. We're looking at a number of card replacement programs to distribute free cards for those who need them. So watch this space. We will be coming back to you with more information. Are you still accepting cash? And the answer is a big yes. And not only are we accepting cash, but in the new system, there'll be double the number of locations, retail locations, where you can use cash. So how can I get help paying for transit? So we have a number of solutions to help customers. King County Metro has a really helpful tool to help you figure out which card is right for you. And that is on their website. The URL is listed there, reducedfare.kingcounty.gov. So what do I need to do if I get my card from my employer? And the answer is nothing. However, if you'd like, you can connect your card to the myorca.com website or app. And if you do that, then you can load products or purse value, and you can check your balance, etc. All right. Well, we've given you lots of ways to contact us. We love it when you contact us. We'd love to hear from you. If there is anything that we haven't covered tonight, if you have additional questions or concerns or ideas for new features and functionality that you would like to see in the future, we absolutely would like to hear that from you. You can call us, and the number listed here. Reach us at the website. Please follow us on social media. It's a lot of fun. We've got some great content there. And you can also visit our customer service site. So with that, we will wrap up and let you go watch the Sounders game. So thank you all very much. Good night.
Bye. Thanks everyone for sticking with us. Hope you like the new system and are excited about it.